Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I've got my all-new iPhone 15 Pro Max here in blue titanium, and I thought I would unbox and sort of give you guys a hands-on with some of the Apple Silicone and FineWoven cases. So I've chosen 8 cases between the silicone and the FineWoven from Apple that I think would pair most nicely with this blue titanium. Of course, this is all subjective, but this is just my opinion, and hopefully it'll help you out in choosing which case and which color case to get with your blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max. So starting with number 8, I've got the Storm Blue silicone case for this iPhone 15 Pro Max. So let's get this out of the box. And of course, I've already unboxed the FineWoven and silicone cases. You can find that video in my channel. I'll link it in the description as well, in case you want to know more about these cases. But this is mostly a video just to find out which ones you want to pair with your phone. So here's how the Storm Blue looks next to the blue titanium. And of course, the silicone cases are quite familiar. They're what you're used to from Apple by now. So let's put this phone into the case. And strangely, we didn't get any animation, but that's all right. Let's get this Face ID going here. So here's how the Storm Blue silicone case looks with the blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max here. And of course, everything you see here can apply to the regular iPhone 15 Pro as well. Same color cases, etc. So the reason why I have this at 8, and I mean, the fact that I chose it at all means I think that, you know, it pairs pretty nicely. But I think that the blues also are, they're not exactly the same, but they're a little bit close in color, and I don't think that that contrasts fairly well because they're not exactly the same. They're just close in color. So I'm not sure if that's ideal. But yeah, that's number 8 on my list, the Storm Blue silicone case to pair with your blue titanium 15 Pro and Pro Max. At number 7, I've got the Guava Silicone case from Apple. Now, I gotta tell you, this might be a little bit bright for me, not quite my speed, but this list is just what colors actually match, in my opinion, and pair most nicely with this 15 Pro Max and 15 Pro in blue titanium. So let's get this one opened up, and here's how it looks. The Guava, it's kind of a, as you would expect, kind of a bright red / pink, not quite a hot pink. The color's a little bit softer than that. But it's pretty close. It's kind of it's a pinkish red. It's a light red pinkish, definitely. But that should pair nicely with this blue. We'll see how it looks. Get this on here. And there we go. We finally got the animation this time around. And here's how it looks from the front on your blue titanium 15 Pro Max. And on the back, here's how that looks. And of course, in the sun here, I'll show you how it looks. You guys tell me what you think there in the comments. This is the Guava silicone case from Apple paired with the blue titanium 15 Pro Max. At number 6, I've got the FineWoven Apple case for the 15 Pro Max in Pacific Blue. So let's see how this one's gonna look. Pull this one out. And as I've told you, I've already unboxed FineWoven before, so you can view that video if you want more details about it. But here it is, the FineWoven. It's been met with mixed reactions, a lot of negative reactions. I don't blame people for that, especially when they're charging leather case prices for what is certainly not a material that feels anywhere near as premium as leather. But this is the Pacific Blue. It's not going to be a one-for-one match again. And that is why it is not ranked higher on the list. I like a little bit of contrast, to be honest with you, if I have a colored iPhone, i.e. not a neutral color. So as you'll notice with these FineWoven cases, of course, the sides, it's still a FineWoven material, or at least it's a layer of it above a harder material. And that color matches the color on the camera bump for your camera lens protection there. And let's see how this looks. And we've got our animation this time as well. And here's how it looks from the front, the Pacific Blue FineWoven case with your blue titanium and iPhone 15 Pro Max. And from different angles here, you guys let me know in the comments how you think that looks. I think this pairs pretty nicely, actually. That camera bump color as well as the color on the sides are very close in color to what you see, what you have visible of the iPhone itself there, that blue titanium. So that complements pretty nicely. And then it's a different shade of blue here on the back, a lighter shade, obviously. I think this all complements each other pretty well. Here's how it looks again, different lighting. From the side. It's definitely not a blue that pops out at you. I'm talking about the phone itself. It's certainly blue, but on the back, for example, there are definitely hints of, the old graphite, just like with the deep purple. You had a lot of hints of graphite there, but in other angles, it certainly looks quite blue. So here's how it looks. This was the Pacific Blue FineWoven case. At number 5, I've got the Cypress color silicone case, this greenish color here from Apple. Of course, all these cases are Apple. The video is about which Apple cases to pair with your 15 Pro Max in blue titanium. So getting this one out of the box here, here is how the Cypress silicone case looks next to your 15 Pro Max in blue titanium. Here's the case in sunlight, phone in sunlight. Here's how they look in comparison to one another. And let's get these paired together. And we've got our animation for MagSafe, and this is how it looks. The Cypress paired with the blue titanium. Green and blue, can't really go too wrong with that. Though this isn't really again, not a green or not a color that really pops out at you. More of an earthier green, but this is how it looks. Here's how it looks from the front. You've got that cypress colored border, cypress green there, all along the edges of the phone. From the bottom, of course, these cases have precise cutouts for the speaker grill, microphone, of course, the USB-C port. Glad to see USB-C finally on the iPhone. And this was number 5, the Cypress Green silicone case. At number 4, I've got another green case for you, and this one is the FineWoven Evergreen case. And this one, of course, also straight from Apple. Let's get this opened up. FineWoven Evergreen. Here is how it looks. Here's how it looks in comparison to the titanium, the blue titanium phone. Here's how they look in the sunlight. Nice case here, a nice deep, another earthier sort of tone. Definitely a little bit more green than the forest green leather from last year. So let's get these paired, see how they look together. FineWoven Evergreen. Here's how it looks. You've got that deep blue. It's a darker blue paired with a darker green. All of these FineWoven cases, I think, look a little bit darker in person than they do in press images and on the box covers. Some different angles for you. This is how the Evergreen looks with the blue titanium. Here's how it looks from the front. Get a good idea there. That's the FineWoven Evergreen with the blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max. At number 3, I've got the Winter Blue. I believe that's what it's called. The Winter Blue color silicone case from Apple to pair with our iPhone 15 Pro Max in blue titanium. I really think this is going to be a great pairing here. Let's open this up. And here it is, the Winter Blue silicone 15 Pro Max case from Apple in comparison to how the blue titanium looks. Different angles. Here they are in the sun. So let's get these together. I put do not disturb on. I'm not sure if it still shows the animation when you do that. Okay, I guess it doesn't. So this is how it looks from the front, the Winter Blue on the blue titanium Pro and Pro Max. And from the back, really nice contrast here. A lighter blue and a darker blue. I think these go together really, really nice. Kind of have a Tennessee Titans vibe here to this, or maybe a UNC Tar Heels with that light blue and the little bit darker blue. I think this is a fantastic pairing, and I think I may be using this combination as we get deeper into the winter, maybe after the holiday season. So, Winter Blue silicone case from Apple with the blue titanium iPhone. At number 2, we've got the Orange Sorbet silicone case from Apple, and I thought the blue and the orange would be a nice pairing, and this is not a gaudy orange at all. It's a pretty soft, kind of a mango color a little bit. So let's open this one up. And here it is, the Orange Sorbet. Here's how it looks next to your blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max. Of course, this one is the Pro Max. Here's how those look, kind of in the sun. You can kind of tell here. Like I said, not a super gaudy orange. It's a pleasant orange. Definitely, I think, one of the premier cases to rock with this phone, especially in the fall season. Of course, orange being very much a fall color. I think for the next couple months, I may be going with this one, even though it's not my number one. This is my number 2 Apple case to pair with your blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let's get these paired up. Oh, it does show the animation sometimes, even with the Do Not Disturb turned on. Here's how it looks from the front. Orange Sorbet, blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max. And from the back, here's how that looks. Kind of a Denver Broncos vibe. Different angles here. In some more sunshine, this is how that looks. Rested on the table there. The 15 Pro Max in blue titanium and the silicone orange sorbet case. So that's how this looks. This was number 2 on my list as far as how these Apple cases pair with the blue titanium. So on to number 1. And that number 1 case for me as far as Apple's offerings this year is the Mulberry FineWoven case. I think this is the nicest case to pair with your blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max. I really love this color. I like how it's kind of a deep burgundy, maybe a couple of hints of purple in there as well, but I think it complements any blue, any shade of blue really, really nicely. So let's check it out here. We'll open this up. And here we have our Mulberry, which, you know, these FineWoven cases, they do pick up dust and lint and stuff pretty easily. Not sure how these are going to hold up. That's an issue for another video. They will probably still be pretty durable, and certainly this is a really, really nice, elegant, classy and classic color, and I think it's going to be a very classy pairing here. You have your blue titanium and your Mulberry FineWoven case. Here's how they look separately in different angles, kind of in some sunshine. And now let's pair them together. And we get our animation, and this is how it looks from the front. The Mulberry, very, very understated. Kind of from the side here, you see how that looks. Of course, the silicone cases, it's the same color all around. Only with these FineWoven cases, as I showed you, there's a little bit of a contrast there. So here's how it looks from the front and kind of the sides here. Some different angles, sunlight, not so sunlight. And here's how it looks on the back. On the back here, you see how that contrast, that deep blue, which they call the blue titanium, how that contrasts with this Mulberry FineWoven case. I think it's a really nice combination, a really classy pairing. I don't think you can go wrong with it. And for me, this is the move this iPhone season. I know a lot of people going for that natural titanium, and it is beautiful. But in my opinion, that natural titanium it's probably the best looking color to get if you're going to use the phone without a case. I've probably mentioned that before. But I think if you're going with a case, you may get a little bit tired of that neutral tone quickly. But I certainly think that orange sorbet really pops with the blue titanium, and this Mulberry certainly pops, but not too in your face here with the blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max. So that's my list of 8 cases ranked from 8 to 1. Tell me what you guys think. What do you think is the best Apple case to pair with your iPhone 15 Pro Max? Let me know what color you got in the phone as well. Would love to hear your opinion. Plenty more iPhone 15 Pro Max coverage coming up. I'm also going to do a comparison with the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, which I have here. So get subscribed and hit that notification bell. Both are free, so you don't miss when those videos are posted. I've got links in the description to all of these cases in case you wanted to pick one up. Again, I thank you all for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. This video is sponsored by Best No Copyright Music. I'm often asked where it is I get the music that I include in my videos. The answer to that question is Best No Copyright Music. Link to their channel is in the description.